Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. Washington now brings this out, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at this Buffalo defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing now is Allen. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Allen off the play fake. Completes to Shakir once again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
2nd and 10. Up the middle, Achane. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. When you look at this defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season. I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd down and 4. Now Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Five wide.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And And the Dolphins first down.
And they'll send Waddle in motion left. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Set. 19 Chargers. Back to 6, 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cut 19. Cut 19.
In motion, Hill.
Let's go.
Throwing is Wilson. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 31 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Johnson jostles free. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw, it's Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Allen going to run with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Quick slant to Shakir. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Bills at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Hey, tight. Alert!
Allen going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hill. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bill 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
To the air, Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On play action, Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wisnowski to punt this one away. Now Hill to return it. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Call that a 59-yard punt return. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Bill 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
And a yard at the Dolphins' 49-yard line.
Done. Out.
Now Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Allen to throw once more. That's complete right around the 8. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, Malik Washington. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, caught at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
And got his man complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. And that flag accepted. Now another shot here at the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Bills 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Allen now looks to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
At the 36-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Buffalo
offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And this one's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Allen. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Bills first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, switch! Switch! Half.
Here's Allen to throw it. Now he fires deep for Shakir. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a... And boy, it paid off.
90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Right back to Achane on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
3rd down and 1. Wilson. And going deep for Hill. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fielded at the 43. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Alert!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to...
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 33-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is taken at the 23. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Five wide. Half.
And they just did not get the snap away in time. That flag, that'll push them back 5. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Tight.
Looking to throw. Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
319! Alert! Hey, home!
From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now Allen again. Allen going to run with it. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
138 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
A 41-yard gain.
On first down, back to Achane. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in. And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill! He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Coming. Out. Half 85. What's that?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing now is Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now he fires deep for Shakir. Well, he's got it inside the 10. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And the drive starts with a run from Achane.
Well, you know what time it is. We'll see if I can get a turnover with it.
At the line of scrimmage.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Wilson. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing now is Wilson. This is caught by Waddle. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Halloween. Mustang 19.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught.
That was it. Keep your hang on.
He does have first down yardage. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Dolphins.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Wilson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
Hey, I forgot to say this. I jumped too soon. I can game.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses this game.